Hello and welcome to this training vlog. Today was overhead press day and I actually had to edit and record this voiceover directly in my phone on iMovie because I left my computer at the office. So I apologize in advance for the poor sound quality and that I was not able to actually put text into the screen for some reason to show you what weight I'm using. So I'll just have to tell you here instead. That first single I did was at 57.5 kilograms, and this next one is at 62.5 kilograms. And as you can see, it went up really smoothly, which is interesting because looking at this third single, which is my training max for this training cycle, it's only 65 kilograms, so 2.5 kilograms more than the last one. But as you will see, I'm really struggling to get that bar overhead. There was no doubt in my mind that I will be able to do this rep, but I'm not sure if I would have been able to actually press more than 70 kilos for a true max. So I think for the next training cycle, I will only bump up the weight for the press by 2.5 kilograms, considering how difficult that 65 kilogram press was. But I followed that up with some weighted pull-ups and some back offsets for the overhead press. And I did 5 sets of 5 for both of those exercises. And for the back off sets, just as I did for the deadlifts and all of my other main lifts, I use 80% of that training max for my back off work. So for the overhead press, that is 52.5 kilograms. And for the weighted pull-ups, I use a 10 kilogram weight. And it was really good that I actually filmed these sets, because looking at the weighted pull-ups, you will see that I start to cave my back in a little bit at the end of the set, as you can see there. And I don't know if that's due to mid-set fatigue or if it's just a technique thing that I will have to think about. But I'll try to consider that next time I do weighted pull-ups, and we'll see if I can fix it. Try to lean back a little bit more. But these back offsets for the press went really well, and I'm glad because I have never actually been able to do 52.5 kilograms for 5 sets of 5, or never. I haven't been able to do it in a long time. I used to be a lot stronger, but I haven't been able to do that in like 2 years. I think the most that I've pressed for 5 reps was 62.5 kilograms, but I also weighed like 20 kilos more back then, so it's not too hard to see why I was able to do that. I also wanted to talk a little bit about what my goals are for these training cycles that I'm doing right now with the 2-a-day training and really high volume. And my goal for the year is to reach a 500-pound deadlift, which is quite a bit of a stretch, but I think it's highly doable because I've been close to a 200 kilogram deadlift before. And 500 pounds equals 227 kilograms, I believe. So I've been pretty close to that strength-wise, and I'll just have to build up back towards that. But we'll see how it goes. Next week will be a deload week, and I'm not sure whether or not I'm gonna film those sessions or not, because I think I will just drop the volume and the intensity by like 50% and do some really just technique specific training to make sure that the movements are fresh when I get into the next training cycle. So that will not be too fun to watch probably, but if I decide to do something a bit more fun, I'll probably film that anyway and make at least one vlog next week. Otherwise, I will see you the week after that for the next training vlog. Coming to an end of this training cycle, I've also decided how much I'm gonna bump up the weight for the other lifts for the next training cycle. And for the squat, it's gonna be by 5 kilograms. So my training max for this training cycle was 140 kilograms, and the next cycle will be at 145 kilograms. For the bench press, I'm gonna also bump it up by 5 kilograms because my single this week felt really easy on the bench press. So I'm gonna bump it up to 100 kilograms for the next training cycle. For my deadlifts, I'm actually gonna go as far as 7.5 kilograms. So my next training max will be 167.5 kilograms. And as I mentioned before, the press I'm only gonna bump up by 2.5 kilograms. So the next training max will be based on a 67.5 kilogram press. But yeah, that was it for today. And I hope you've enjoyed this training vlog, and I'll see you next week. Thank you very much.